Hi there, I'm Suzanne Mercier. I'm a mindset and business coach, and thank you for taking the time to be with me today. Happy International Women's Day. It's a time when we typically look at the working conditions for women to see what progress has been made and what remains to be done. This year's been an unusual year. COVID-19 and working from home shone a light on the inequality of house and childcare. And as long as there's inequality at home, there's inequality at work. The Me Too movement put a very different perspective of inequality in front of us. And according to the Harvard Business Review article, women in workplaces have gone backwards because of it. So let's come to this year's theme for International Women's Day. Choose to challenge. I love it. I think it's a fantastic theme. And it's a call to individuals to commit to challenging their own values, beliefs, and thoughts with regard to inequality. Because inequality is a wicked problem. It's one that can't be defined and the nature of which changes with every solution that's applied to it. One element of that wicked problem is the concept of privilege. I'd always thought that privilege was associated with money. People with privilege had big houses, lots of cars, beautiful belongings, and a great life. But I realized that was a pretty limited view of privilege. As I explore it, I've more recently come to understand that privilege is the absence of a barrier. So if I don't experience the barrier, I'm not even aware that I'm privileged in that particular area. Privilege tends to be personal, such as the color of our skin, our education, our gender. And because the barriers are individual to those who experience privilege, we need to consciously pay attention so that we recognize and understand the challenges that others experience and we may not. We need to challenge the status quo, such as the opportunities, the expectations and entitlements, the judgments we place on others. I've been working with women in just about every business environment over the past 20 years, and I believe that one of the elements of the status quo, though, hits a little closer to home. It's the way that women, at least many of us, view each other and opportunity. And here's what I think we also need to challenge. I think firstly, we have to realize that opportunity for women isn't limited to the existing number of jobs. We have to bust the notion that there's only a finite number of opportunities, like a piece of pie with just a few pieces. Because this can lead to resenting other women for taking one of those opportunities and therefore reducing our own opportunity. Instead, we can grow the pie and celebrate the successes of other women. When we're successful, we actually need to turn around and help each other, reach down to help other talented women coming along behind us so that we create opportunities and momentum. I think we also need to recognize that women have inherent value, regardless of their choice or opportunity to have children. As Summer Brennan posted on Twitter just last week, we belittle and berate women for not having kids, but professionally, financially, and socially, we punish the women who do have them. It's not just the men. Women can judge each other harshly either way, and it's toxic. The fourth point that I'd like to make about challenge is that we need confidence in order to challenge. One of the aspects of this Choose to Challenge theme that concerned me is that challenging the status quo means swimming against the tide, holding a different view to the strong and powerful majority. And that takes a strong emotion such as anger or frustration, which typically comes from personal involvement, or it takes aligned values and self-efficacy, which is the belief and confidence that we have the capacity to carry out such a stance. Internalized bias in the form of self-doubt undermines that confidence. And if we truly want to stand up for what we believe in, we need the certainty that comes from a common purpose, the confidence that arises when we truly recognize our own and each other's value, and then the courage to be vulnerable and stand up to be counted, to take the opportunities to point out the inequalities. So let's be kind to each other. Let's be curious about the way that we see the world, about the way we created our families, about what success means to us, about the career paths that we want to create. Let's be curious about how we can create equality, how we can all live here equally, comfortably, meaningfully, and enjoy our lives, because that's what we're here for after all. Thank you.